Oh, it's excellent. I thought you'd given that up for boy watching.
Well, I've decided to combine the two. You see, Hacker Sporting Goods store is sponsoring a contest. And in the girls' event, the first prize is $100.
Well, that should just about cover the cost of a body cast.
Hey, I'm a star on this thing. Besides, $100 is worth a few risks.
Good luck. Hey, can you lend me $1?
What for?
A get well card, just in case you're not as good as you think you are.
Willie, I expect moral support from you.
Okay, you got it. What about the $1?
Doug, could we get going? I don't want to be late.
We've got hours. Now relax.
I know it seems boring to you. You're in court all the time. I enjoy it.
Enjoy what?
How do you always manage to come in the middle of a conversation and assume you're welcome to join in?
Well, you're the one that told me that curiosity was the basis of intelligence.
Touché. Jury duty. I start today.
Jury duty again?
And again, till she gets it right.
Boy, Mom, sometimes I think you're really weird. I mean, Audrey Pfeiffer's mom always gets out of it. So does Robin's.
Your mother considers it her responsibility as a citizen. I think it's an admirable quality.
Gee, thanks.
Last year, you learned all there was to know about aluminum siding. What do you suppose it'll be this time?
Who knows?
Well, I guess you'll have to do your own thing.
When you put it that way, I feel as if I should reconsider.
Now listen, honey, if you don't get selected for a couple of days, if you get on a case that bothers you in any way, I can get you excused any time before the trial actually starts.
I don't think that'll be necessary.
Well, if you change your mind, you tell me, deal?
Deal.
Ah. Aren't you going to kiss me goodbye?
In front of the Hall of Justice? Seems only fair.
What's going on here?
Oh, good morning, Charlie. I was just trying to influence a prospective juror.
Well, you'd better hurry it up, counselor. You're in a tow-away zone.
Whoops. If I could be.
Be so sure.
I'm telling you, they don't go through all this for your average nickel-dime case. It's something big.
I'm not so sure we should even be talking about this. I mean, are we supposed to be discussing the case at all?
We don't have a case yet.
Excuse me, could you tell me what's going on?
It's a criminal case. Nobody knows which one.
I got an idea which one.
What do you think it is?
I guess you don't read the newspapers. Been all over the front page. The Cordes case. That kid who raped and murdered that Maxine, what's her name? Gotta be that one. Why else would they have all this security?
Competition, Alice. I wouldn't be too sure about that. Well, I wouldn't want to be up against her, but then you're not mean. Now you got it.
Not bad, Sailbird.
Pretty good yourself.
Your buddy Lawrence, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
I'm TJ Latimer.
You kidding? Everybody knows that.
Where'd you learn to skate that way?
Just picked it up, I guess.
What kind of trucks have you got? Super Duty hangers, huh?
Yeah, but you really need 2000s if you want to win a slalom.
Boy, you really know your stuff.
TJ, come on, I want to practice the 180.
Sure, I'll be with you in a minute. You gonna be at practice tomorrow?
Yeah, you?
Sure. I'll see you, okay?
Okay.
Come on, Alice, let's do it.
In a second.
Okay.
Hey, buddy.
Who would have thought you were such a sneak under that little baby face?
Sneak? You know about TJ and me. What about you?
He's my boyfriend, and you know it.
Well, he just wanted to know what kind of trucks I've
I
got.
mean it, buddy.
Hey, relax, Alice. I just want to practice and win the contest. And $100, okay?
Well, not exactly. I want to keep TJ and win the $100. And I think I can get what I want.
I may not be able to get your old TJ, but I sure can get you.
Number 4?
You're Catherine Lawrence,
Yes,
and your husband is Douglas Lawrence, an attorney in private practice.
yes, sir.
Since your husband functions as a defense attorney, do you think his position would influence your judgment in this case?
I don't think so. He's rarely involved in criminal cases.
Mrs. Lawrence, we're selecting a jury for a case that's already received considerable notoriety from the local press and on television. It involves the rape murder of a teenaged girl from your community. Have you read about it?
Yes, I have, some of it.
Have you formed any opinions about it?
I think it's horrifying.
Do you have children, Mrs. Lawrence?
Yes, I have a married, divorced daughter, a son 18, and a teenage daughter.
Thank you. Reserve challenge, Your Honor.
Defense counsel may proceed with voir dire.
My name is Benny Davis. I'm the defense attorney. Now, Mrs. Lawrence, you probably know that the accused in this case is a young Mexican-American. Do you have any prejudice about Mexican-Americans?
None that I'm aware of.
Do you think that Mexican-Americans are more prone to commit crimes of rape or murder than an Anglo-Saxon member of the community?
No.
You said you had a teenage daughter. Are you fearful for her safety?
I worry about her. Yes, I am.
Mrs. Lawrence, if you served on this jury, at the end of this trial, you felt there was a reasonable doubt that my client had committed this crime, would you vote guilty just to be on the safe side?
I would try not to.
Mrs. Lawrence, do you have a strong stomach?
Beg your pardon?
Are you prepared to hear the details of the crime in question? It was a particularly violent one. Do you think you can handle what you will hear and see?
I think I can.
Thank you. Your Honor, this juror is acceptable to the defense.
Mr. Haynes?
I'd like to reserve that until we've seen more people, Your Honor.
The clerk will call the next number.
Number 5.
Doug. No, I'm not. They haven't decided who they want yet. I have to stay. The defense accepted me. The prosecutor thinks I might be prejudiced against her. Because of you. You're a defense attorney. I know. It's the Cortez murder case. No, if they choose me, I'll stay. I'm not sure why. I just think I should. Yes, they asked me that, too. I don't know. I'll just have to stand it. I'll be home as soon as I'm released. Bye-bye, Doug.
I'm finished with the paper if you'd like it.
Oh, no, thank you.
Are you here for the jury selection? My name's Sam Wilkes, Bakersfield Sentinel.
I'm Catherine Lawrence.
How do you do? This is my first real assignment. Did you get on the jury?
Oh, I haven't been told yet.
Well, it must be nerve-wracking hanging around.
Must be for you, too, I guess. Well, good luck.
Same to you.
What are you doing?
I'm making dinner. Mom may be late.
You know, if she gets on that jury, we could all starve to death. Wouldn't you know it? Nancy'd be out of town when she could be doing something useful around here.
Nancy, she overboils water. Don't worry, kiddo. This meal's going to be superb.
What is it?
This is calf's liver escoffier. You take liver, you slice it paper thin.
Paper thin liver? Yuck. I'll have a peanut butter sandwich, thank you.
Well, don't despair. Prosecution hasn't made up its mind yet. Mom may not serve on the jury after all.
You know, sometimes I wish Mom was more like other mothers. She always has something to say at PTA meetings. She's the only one there that ever gets laughs.
Count your blessings, kiddo. Where do you think you learned how to handle a joke?
I guess it's worth something. Listen, I need your opinion. Which do you think is best?
What is it, Halloween again?
Come on. Mom's gonna make me an outfit for the skateboard contest.
Well, what's the matter with your uniform?
Well, I've decided it's time to shape up a little.
Oh. Well, in that case, why don't you just go for broke, huh?
Hello? Hi, Mom. Yeah, we're okay. Willie's making a liver mess for dinner. Listen, you sound kind of funny. Okay. Yeah, see ya.
What was that?
She's on her way home. She's gonna take a cab.
What do you mean she sounded funny?
I don't know, she just did.
Was she picked for the jury?
She didn't say. I'm gonna take the stuff upstairs before you slice it paper thin.
Well, I hope she wasn't picked.
You too, huh? Buddy thinks it's a bad idea.
No, it's not that. Kate told me earlier it was the Cortez rape case.
Are you kidding? That girl was about Buddy's age, wasn't she?
It was brutal.
I just don't understand that kind of thing.
No one does.
We made it. We may be spending a lot of time together. Maybe we should get to know each other better. Huh? How about a drink, ladies?
It might be wiser if we didn't get too friendly. They might stand in our way in the jury room.
Oh. Besides, I've got to get home. Who knows when we will again?
You think it'll be a long trial?
Nah. Who are they going to get to say anything decent about Cortez? He's got a record as long as you're armed.
How do you know that?
Well, you know how they are.
I'll bet some of your best friends are Mexican, Mr. Fingerman.
Oh, boy, one of those. Oh, well, I can see you two aren't going to be too much fun. Good night, ladies. See you in the morning.
Do you believe that guy?
So far, I don't. Maybe things will pick up.
Dream away. Well, I gotta go now. My husband's waiting for me.
I'm gonna call a cab. See you in the morning.
Could I wait with you?
Oh, no. Thank you. I'll be fine.
Okay, then. Stand in the light, Good night now.
Good night.
Evening, Mrs. Lawrence. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Good night.
Compliments to the chef.
Here, here.
Well, it was nothing, really. A few hours out of my young life and permanent damage to my left thumb.
Thank you, Willie. It was wonderful, and I appreciate it.
You look wiped out, Mom.
I am. It's been a grueling day.
Mom, could you look at the stuff for my skateboard outfit after dinner?
Tonight? Oh, buddy.
Well, you promised.
Okay, okay. I'm sorry. I promise I'll get it done.
Thanks.
Maybe I could work on it during the recess or when we're in the jury room.
I wouldn't, Mom. If I were on the jury and I saw you working on a red satin outfit, I don't think I'd take you too seriously.
Thanks a lot, Willie.
Never mind, buddy. I promise I'll do it, somehow. Maybe by remote control.
Come to bed, Kate.
I can't. I'm too nervous.
The case?
The girl who was murdered was 13, Doug.
And I read about it.
Maybe I'm not qualified. Not fit to serve on that jury.
Why not? You're a fair, decent person. You're just the kind of juror that's needed. What's bothering you so much now? This afternoon, you were certain you should accept.
I know, but now that it's about to start, every time I think about it, the girl was stabbed, cut to pieces. Oh, God, she must have been so terrified. Whenever I think of that poor child, all I can see is Buddy's face. And then I see that boy, Cortez. I get so full of rage, I could... How can I be an impartial juror if I can feel that way?
I think you can because of that. You're aware you have those feelings. You can sort them out, separate your personal feelings from the facts of the case.
I hope so.
I can still get you released.
It's too late. Trial starts tomorrow.
Come to bed.
Buddy, wake up. Wake up, you're dreaming. Buddy, it's all right. It's all right. What is it?
I was dreaming scissors. And there was a man with scissors.
Oh, it's all right, honey.
I heard what you said to Daddy last night. It could have been me that man hurt.
Buddy, I'm sorry. Sorry. Go back to sleep, honey. Go to sleep. I'll stay with him till you're asleep, buddy.
And we will prove beyond a reasonable doubt, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that this defendant, Rudy Cortez, did wantonly rape and then murder 13-year-old Maxine Briault. The evidence you will hear is largely circumstantial. We have few witnesses. There was, however, one witness who saw Maxine Briault with her assailant on the night of the murder. He saw Maxine Briault and her assailant enter the vacant building where the mutilated body was later found. In a statement to the police, Mr. Cortez has already admitted that he knew Maxine Briault and that he was also familiar with the vacant building.
I wonder why the hell he told him that. He must be as dumb as he looks.
Be quiet, Mr. Fingerman, and listen. That's what we're here for.
There is to be no discussion among the jurors during the trial.
The prosecution calls Dr. Herman Duluth to the stand.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please state your name.
Dr. Herman Duluth.
Please identify yourself, Doctor.
I'm the deputy medical examiner.
Doctor, I'm going to show you 2 photographs marked prosecution 6 and 7. I would like you to identify them if you can.
It's Maxine Briault. I examined her body on August the 11th this year. Never saw a picture of her alive before today. See them both together, you can't believe it's the same girl.
I object.
Objection sustained. The jury will disregard the witness's last remark.
Thank you, Doctor. Bailiff, I would like these photographs shown to the members of the jury, please. You're looking at a young, beautiful girl. Struck down before her life really had a chance to start. Maxine Briault, brutally murdered at 13.
She's the kid's mother.
Order in the court.
Hi, Mrs. Lawrence. Seem to keep running into each other.
I'd ask you to sit down, Mr. Wilkes, but I'm not permitted to discuss the case.
Oh, sure. I saw you sitting here. I just wanted to say hello.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I understand. I guess it's kind of rough in there for a lady.
It's difficult for all of us.
Maybe when the trial's over, we could talk. I think you've got a story people would like to read. A juror's innermost feelings. Well, see you again.
Hi. Hi. Done practicing?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, but I gotta get home.
Oh, well, I got my bike. I can give you a lift.
I got mine too.
Oh, sure. But it's kind of a funny name for a girl.
My real name's even funnier. Can't even say it. It's too embarrassing.
Yeah. I never tell anyone my real name either.
What is it?
Thaddeus Joseph.
How come you told?
You just look like someone that could be trusted.
Thaddeus Joseph, huh? Not bad. In fact, it has possibilities. Dr. Thaddeus Joseph Latimer, Senator Thaddeus Joseph Latimer, or Thaddeus Joseph Latimer and his all-girl orchestra.
You know, you're the only funny girl I ever met.
Thanks a bunch.
No, it makes you interesting.
Thanks.
Hi, PJ. Alice had to go home early, but she said it was okay with her mom if you come over for dinner. Hi, Betty.
Better get going.
Yeah, well... Buddy, I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
I think you better check with Bettina first. Alice might have another message for you.
You're absolutely certain, Mr. Mullen?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Your witness, Mr. Davis.
You swore that you saw the defendant, Rudy Cortez, and the deceased, Maxine Briault, entering the vacant building at 412 Jane Street at 9 p.m. on the night of August the 11th. Is that correct?
I saw them. Like I said, he was wearing one of them blue shirts, a pair of khaki pants, and a scarf around his head. I picked him out of the lineup, didn't I?
Mr. Mullen, have you ever been in the barrio?
Barrio? I don't know, I guess so. Maybe. If you tell me what it means, maybe I could answer you better.
We're We're here on a serious matter. If you cannot behave in an orderly manner, I will have the courtroom cleared. Proceed, Mr. Davis.
Thank you. The barrio, Mr. Mullen, is the area of this city in which most Mexican Americans live.
Well, I never been there.
Unfortunate. For my client in particular, for if you had been, you'd know that most of the boys who live there wear a uniform of sorts. A blue flannel Pendleton shirt, khaki pants, and headbands.
So, that's what he was wearing when I saw him.
Exactly. And so were hundreds of other young boys of his general age and coloring. How can you be sure it was Rudy Cortez that you saw?
I just am, that's all. Besides, I saw the girl. You trying to tell me that every girl in town was wearing white jeans and a pink sweater?
No, Mr. Mullen. However, one girl wearing white jeans and pink sweater could tell us for sure if the person you saw her with was Rudy Cortez. And that girl is dead.
I object, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Mr. Mullen, is it true that you were fired from your last 2 jobs for drunkenness?
Objection.
Your Honor, I'm just trying to establish that the witness may not have been able to see anything accurately on the night of the murder.
Your Honor, I object.
Sustained. Mr. Davis, please refrain from that kind of remark.
Mr. Mullen, isn't it true that on the evening of August the 11th, 1976, the night of the murder, you were arrested on a drunk and disorderly charge?
Yes, sir.
Didn't hear you, Mr. Mullen.
Yes, sir.
I think that's one for our side. I don't have a side yet. Sorry.
Did your daughter ever talk to you about Rudy Cortez?
No, sir, she didn't know him. Her friends were her same kind.
Mr. Cortez has indicated that he did know your daughter and that she was interested in him.
That's a lie. My daughter wouldn't have any business with a boy like that. I know it. I know everything there was to know about her. She was a little girl. She had a doll, a rag doll. And she kept it on her beds, and she'd fall asleep holding it lots of nights.
Please, Mrs. Briol, try to answer only the question.
I know people talk about how wild kids are nowadays, even at 13, but not my Maxine. She wasn't in any rush to grow up. She was happy just the way she was. The doll, I can't stand to see it, and I'd die if I didn't have it.
Please, Mrs. Briol, I have only a few more questions.
No, I don't want to say any more about Maxine. I don't want to talk about her. She was my baby girl. And I need to keep what I know about her to myself. It's all I have. My baby's dead. And you're the only ones who can do anything about it.
No further questions.
Don't let him get away.
Jury will disregard Mrs. Briolt's last statement. And if there are any further emotional outbursts of this kind, I will be forced to clear the court.
He killed her. Don't let him get away.
The bailiff will remove the witness from the courtroom.
There's a chance that the trial may end today.
So you probably won't be home tonight?
It depends on how long it takes us to reach a verdict.
Is Is Buddy's costume finished? She's been carrying on about it ever since she woke up this morning.
No, it isn't, but tell her I'm doing my best.
I think I'll just leave her a note. She's too mean to talk to these days. What's the matter with her, anyway?
I think the case is troubling her. That sort of thing is disturbing at her age.
What about when you're your age?
It's not wonderful.
Well, you just stick to your guns, whatever they may be.
I wish I could. Trouble is, I have no guns. There's confusion. The evidence points to Cortez, but it's also circumstantial. Oh, I'm sorry. Can't talk about it. I'll just have to listen harder. Bye-bye, babe.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Welcome.
Rudy, how old are you?
19.
Have you ever had sexual relations with anyone?
Sure, I get plenty.
Did you get Maxine Briault?
I didn't try. That chick was only 13 years old. I can get it any time I want it, you know what I mean? I don't need to go after any of this young...
Jailbait?
The defense is putting words in the witness' mouth.
But Mr. Cortez used his own words, Mr. Davis.
Did you have any kind of relationship with her? Was she a friend of yours?
She was a pain. I mean, she used to like to hang around a lot. I think she had a thing for Chicano dudes.
Did you ever date her?
I used to tell her to get lost. But every time I went someplace, she'd show up. Like me and my friends, we like to go skateboarding. It's this thing we like, you know? And she'd follow me to the place we'd go. And what could I do? She'd show up.
Did you ever see her at the vacant building? The place where her body was found?
I told the cops that me and my friends, we'd hang out there sometimes. But I never took her there. I never took her anywhere.
Rudy, I'm going to ask you one question. And before you answer, I want you to remember that you've sworn on God's name to tell the truth. Did you rape and kill Maxine Briault?
I never touched that chick.
Answer me with a yes or no.
No. Never did nothing to her, man. Nada.
Your witness, Mr. Haynes.
Rudy, are you asking this court to believe that Maxine Briault blatantly threw herself at you and that you garnered the strength of a saint and never even touched her?
Listen to me, man. I don't need it, man. I've got enough troubles, you understand? I mean, who needs to go after a 13-year-old Anglo chick?
What about a 13-year-old Chicano chick?
I object.
That's none of your business.
Objection sustained.
Isn't it true, Mr. Cortez, that you were arrested once before for molesting a young woman, Carmen Almeida, whom you beat unmercifully when she resisted your advances?
Carmen Almeida, man. Do you know she's a junkie? She made all that stuff up. I mean, she would have said anything to keep herself out of jail.
Your Honor, my client is not being tried on the basis of his previous record. I object to this line of questioning.
Objection sustained.
All right, Mr. Cortez. Once again, isn't it true that you tricked Maxine Briault into accompanying you to that vacant building?
No, I didn't take her there.
Where were you on the night of the murder, Mr. Cortez?
You know where I was at, man. I told the cops this 100 times. Me and some of my friends, we went to one of those TV preview places. We were there the whole time.
You have to fill out a card with your name on it at those TV preview places. The police checked. There was no card with your name on it.
Yeah, well, I filled mine out. I signed my name, Bozo the Clown. Then I tore it up and threw it down the can, man. The picture they showed us was lousy.
I say you're lying, Mr. Cortez. I say you took Maxine Briault into that building, and that once in there, when she resisted your advances, you got furious. And the angrier you got, the more resistant she got. And that finally, you forced yourself on her, and when she began to scream, you knew you had to quiet her permanently, and you took your knife, and you kept slashing at her, and slashing at her until she was dead.
You're a liar, man. I didn't do it.
Your Honor, I object.
Hi, I'm T.J. Latimer. Mr. Lawrence, is Buddy home?
She's upstairs. Won't you come in? Here, have yourself a seat. Can I get you a drink? A soda? A soda?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
So, you're T.J. Latimer.
Yes, sir.
Right. Well, would you like to read the paper?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm fine. I'll just wait.
You sure I can't get you anything?
No, really, Mr. Lawrence, I'm fine. You don't even have to talk to me. I know it's a little awkward when someone comes to take your daughter out on a date.
A date? Buddy.
Oh, well, don't worry. I'll have her in by 10. She'll be okay.
Oh, sure. I appreciate your perception and your understanding, TJ. Excuse me. Buddy, could you come down here, please? And hurry.
In determining whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty, you must not be governed by mere sentiment, conjecture, sympathy, passion, prejudice, or public opinion. Both the people and the defendant have a right to expect that you will conscientiously consider and weigh the evidence, and that you will reach a just verdict, regardless of what the consequences of such verdict may be. You may each telephone your homes before retiring to the jury room.
Hello.
Hi, Doug.
Kate, you all right?
I only have a minute. People are waiting for the phone. We've been charged. We're going in for deliberations.
What does it look like?
I don't know. According to some of my fellow jurymen, I'll be out of here in an hour.
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm very confused.
Well, whatever you think, stick by your guns.
I still don't have any.
What?
I don't have time. Ask Willie. We had the same conversation this morning. Is everything all right? How's Buddy?
Ah, you won't believe this. She's out on a date.
Who with?
A boy named T.J. Latimer. Seemed nice enough.
Oh, Doug. I wish you'd made her stay home. I don't like the idea of her being out at night with someone we don't know.
Well, he's a perfectly nice boy. They'll be home by 10.
Maybe I will be, too. But, darling, if I'm not, please wait up for her.
Of course. Don't worry. Kate, don't let any of it get to you.
I've got to go.
I love you.
I love you, too. Good night, darling.
Guilty. 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 Not guilty. 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 Not guilty. Well, it's still 10 guilty and 2 not.
Damn it. Let me see those. I want to get out of here.
Mr. Fingerman, you have been disruptive since this trial began, and I probably should have reported you to the judge. But since I didn't, I'm telling you now to settle down. Try behaving like a human being.
Well, now, everybody has to say how they voted. And then we'll talk it out. On the up and up, okay? I'm on the side of the angels. Guilty.
Guilty. In spades. Okay, Margaret. You be next.
Not guilty?
You're kidding.
I'm just not positive.
I'm not either.
Oh, wouldn't you know it?
You really think he's innocent?
I don't know. I'm just not sure he was proven guilty.
10 of us are sure. Maybe if the 2 of you told us what's bothering you, we can help clear it up.
Come on, Margaret. What's your problem?
That man, Mr. Molan, he said he saw Cortez with the girl. It could have been any Mexican guy he identified.
He identified Cortez at the lineup.
He was arrested that night. He couldn't have seen them.
Yes, but on the other hand, Molan was arrested hours after the murder. It's just possible he could have been at the building and seen something.
In that case, I think the information about the clothes, that sort of uniform that Chicano boys wear, I think it's doubly important.
So's what the girl had for dinner. Look, we can nitpick all year if we want to. We all heard the evidence. We all saw Cortez. He wasn't even born innocent. He's guilty. G-U-I-L-T-Y. Now let's vote again. Get it over with, huh?
I'm just not ready to vote again.
Oh, sure, you're not ready to vote. Look at you. You probably don't have a friend in the world. What the hell do you care? We're all locked up here. It's probably the best thing that's happened to you in years, huh?
This is not getting us anywhere.
I'm sorry. I'm just not ready to vote guilty. It's a very difficult decision to make. A 19-year-old boy's life is at stake.
But Maxine Briolt's life is over.
Ooh, you said it, honey.
I know you're all tired. You want to get this thing over with. So do I. But I need more time. The only real evidence is what Mr. Molan said about seeing Cortez and the girl at the building site. Molan admitted he was drunk, so that information is suspect. Then there's the fact that the shirt and pants he described the boy wearing are worn by so many young men. This is supposed to be crucial evidence. So little to go on. All of the rest of you seem to be able to sort out the facts and make sense out of it all. I can't. It's just not enough. And there's something else. Rudy Cortez doesn't strike me as a stupid boy. I think that if he'd committed this crime, he would have been more careful about what he said in the witness stand. He didn't do a thing to make himself look good. In fact, he presented a very clear, very offensive picture of himself. He is easy to dislike. He's unpleasant, he's callous, unfeeling. I can imagine him committing an ugly crime. But my imagination is not supposed to enter into this. We don't have to agree with him. We don't have to like him. We do have to believe, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that he murdered that poor girl. When the law says reasonable doubt, not just doubt, reasonable doubt, I have to assume that's what it means. That's what I'm feeling. That's what's troubling me. Reasonable doubt. I will not send a young man to jail for the rest of his life unless I'm absolutely clear about what happened. I know you're all tired. I'm tired. Honestly, I'd a lot rather be home. If any of you can help me, please do. I'm willing to stay here as long as that takes.
All rise.
Jury is returned in the matter of the People versus Cortez. Mr. Foreman, have you reached a verdict?
No, Your Honor. We have not.
That order. Have you made every effort to reach a unanimous verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
May I ask the count of your final vote?
11-1.
To acquit or convict?
To convict.
It seems I have no choice but to declare a mistrial. In view of the fact that a jury of his peers was unable, after careful deliberation, to find the defendant guilty, I order his bail reduced to $5,000.
Your Honor, if you do that, you virtually guarantee that Cortez will be free. He's a threat to the community, Your Honor.
You're out of order, Mr. Haynes. It is now my duty to dismiss the jury. I am disappointed in your inability to reach a unanimous decision. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This case is declared a mistrial, and you are all dismissed.
Who was the holdout?
Leave me alone.
Who was
It's
it?
confidential.
I'll tell you who it was. It was her. Mrs. Catherine Lawrence. She's the one.
Why, Mrs. Lawrence? Why did you hold out?
You let my daughter's killer go free.